So if you didn't know, man, most of spiritual work could be boiled down to this one thing, and that is you generating your own insights. You're looking to be on your own, and you're going to be contemplating. And you're just, you're sitting, you're allowing, you're seeing what comes up. But suddenly you have an experience. You're like, dude, wait a second. This is like the best I've felt in ages. I feel so clear-headed. I feel so present with myself. I feel like I'm getting it. Now, it, in that sentence, could mean many things. It could mean yourself, it could mean life, it could mean reality, it could mean consciousness. It doesn't really matter which thing it is, dude, because all those things are good to understand. So what you'll notice, man, is for you to feel like you've made progress. You have this experience, right? It's a moment where you kind of understand something. You grasp something. This is the foundation of your work. So if you're not really sure what to do, just ask yourself, am I having insights? And if you're not, that could tell you something. So my personal suggestion is the way that you help yourself have insights is you create space and you raise your state. Imagine, for example, you have space and time, and you also meditate. Maybe on a weekend, for example, you're hanging out, and you've got this space and this time to raise consciousness. Now, man, time is illusory, but let's imagine that you put an imaginary 10 minutes into meditating. And then, suddenly you're like, oh, I'm just a little bit more centered. And now my mind is more expansive. And when I say mind, I really mean consciousness. Anyone who's ever said mind really means consciousness, or the way in which consciousness is manifesting for a human to experience itself. That's what a human mind is. So, if you're going to contemplate, make sure that your state is decent, because contemplation in and of itself doesn't raise your state. You have to get quiet first. That's why, man, each evening, man, I just sit and then I contemplate. But if I go right into the contemplation, it's not that effective. So sit, meditate, or do some yoga, or do some breath work. Then, when you feel yourself, when you feel presence, then you contemplate. And for some reason, man, if you're like, dude, why are we contemplating? Out of all the things to do, the reason being, man, is because the thing that leads to insight is contemplation. Contemplation is you sitting and pondering. It's you just kind of being with yourself, and you're just kind of just there, just allowing yourself to process or mull over or question. Honestly, man, contemplation is quite advanced. You know why? Because if relative to our kind of culture and society, most people don't really carve out the time to be and then, contemplate. So for you, man, you might be a little bit advanced if you're doing your contemplation sits and stuff like that. Anyway, man, now that you are, meditated, you're contemplating, and again, now you're having these insights, you're understanding stuff. It's a joy, man. But you've got to learn to enjoy it. You've got to learn to see it as a joy and realize it's a subtle joy. It's a higher joy. It's like a higher reward. Instead of binging out and watching Netflix and stuff, which is, you could say, a lower reward, an escapist reward. Dude, slow yourself down, get to your being, and then be like, I can sit with myself and I can just contemplate. And I can feel good doing that. But it's not really about just feeling good. I mean, yeah, you might feel that way as a byproduct. But really, man, again, it ties into your spiritual work. It ties into your own personal self-actualization. Because as you're having insights, do you know what's happening, man? You're building understanding. You're developing your mind. You're coming to realize things. And you know what's funny about this, dude? It's when you are doing this and you're contemplating, you will go meta on yourself, on your exercise of contemplation, and you will realize, oh, wait, what I'm doing now is the work. And you're there, man, and you're kind of just thinking to yourself, wait a second, dude. this is it. When you're having insights, you're having insights about having insights. And the main insight is that having insights is the main thing, right? So again, this is why I say most of spiritual work is you, on your own, just having insights. Look at the master, look at the enlightened being. And as you imagine this master, what is he or she doing? I'll tell you what I think, man. When I visualize a master, I see them on their own. I see them in nature. And you guessed it, man. I see them having their own insights. You know, this is distinct from like sitting in a classroom and like, absorbing information. It's distinct from being taught stuff. What it is it's an independent, constructive activity that helps you understand reality, and it helps you understand yourself. So my question to you, man, is where is this master within yourself? Are you letting him out or her out? Are they expressing themselves? Are they getting time? Are they being held? Are they being allowed to come out and to contemplate? I've said in the past, man, that you have a spiritual master within you. That's true, you do. So, alright, if we've got this understanding, dude, that most of the work is you on your own generating insights, what does this mean for you, man? I'll tell you what it means. It means you need to spend more time on your own contemplating. How this looks for most of us, especially like in the West, is to literally stop looking at this thing called a screen. And especially if you see like an icon on that screen with an N representing Netflix or even YouTube, man. If you're just over consuming and it's not productive, this work is about putting these things down and turning that attention inward and learning to enjoy contemplation. So really it's training yourself. It's training yourself like a sage would. I don't know if I've mentioned this, man, but like these days I live and I'm training to be a sage. So really this is the basis. If you want to be a sage, if you want to be just a wise person, you want to be contemplating regularly. If you're the kind of person to, at night, like call your friends or call your family or like do that a lot, again, consider contemplating instead. Just doing this, dude, this is really good work, You even feel good physically. You know why, man? Because you can feel your body. It's like most of the day maybe you haven't felt your body, but now as you're contemplating and noticing, oh, there's some tension here, or oh, my back needs to be straighter, or man, my knees are so tight, or whatever the fuck. You start to become physically aware, placing awareness on your physicality, your form, your body. This is another thing you can do. And again, just imagine, dude, 10 years of this, 20 years of this, 30, 40, 50 years of this. This is what I'm talking about, man. I want you to just give this a go. And I want you to try and have an insight about how good of a use of time this is for you. What you're looking for, again, is yes, I got it. That's my challenge for you. Have an insight, have a true insight, and really notice yourself having the insight. You can become a pro contemplator, like me. Okay, man, good luck with this. And remember, take your time. You've got loads of time. Yeah. So just enjoy it. My friend, lots of love. Take care. And as always, man, peace.